Hello, everyone. It's Henry DeVries from Agency Rainmaker TV. This is the TV show where we help you make it rain, how to find right fit clients, how to fill that dusty sales pipeline. And I have a special guest today, author and Forbes.com calls him arguably the greatest vocal coach in America. Please welcome Arthur Samuel Joseph. Arthur, how are you today?
I'm wonderful and such a pleasure to be with you, Henry.
Thank you so much. Well, let's get into vocal power and vocal leadership and your work. Who do you work with, Arthur?
Well, my latest book has a foreword by Commissioner Roger Goodell, Commissioner of the National Football League. So from Roger to Deloitte and Touche to E&Y to corporations around the globe. I'm a new client is the CEO of JetBrains out of Amsterdam, and I'll be with him in a few weeks in Amsterdam and Lisbon, helping him prepare to speak in front of 70,000 people at the Web Summit, and then all kinds of athletes and celebrities and all of that.
What would you say the work is? What do you work with them on?
Empowerment through voice. I say to an athlete in the first lesson, Henry, that you bring the gift or the talent to your sport, but someone has literally taught you every single thing you do. But in life, who teaches us to be ourselves, not present, but to be ourselves? We don't realize how much work it takes to actually be ourselves while others watch. I was recently doing a 1,400 plus webinar for Tony Robbins Leadership Academy that I do each year. Tony's an old student of mine, and I say to these people, our goal is sovereignty, supreme excellence, or an example of it. You know that sociologists have been saying this bogus thing for over 3 or 4 decades, that the greatest fear in society is public speaking. Completely not true. But that's the empty bill of goods we've been fed. The greatest fear are actually two fears: fear of abandonment and ownership of our power. Claiming who we are without worrying about what you think of me while I'm being me. So when I work with people, this is what we're working on. How not to present, but how to embody the integrity of who we are so that the same person shows up everywhere.
You have a A-plus client list. How do you make it rain? How do you find clients, Arthur?
They find me, to be honest. I'm a little more than halfway through my 60th year of teaching, and God has given me gifts and a lot of blessings. And vocal awareness, it's a trite phrase, and speaking as someone of your stature, you would understand how trite it is, but this is a paradigm shift in communication. Much of vocal awareness is trademarked around the globe, including empowerment through voice. And a really cool aspect of vocal awareness, a technique called visceral language, making voice visual. And you saw those words underlined right there, because I see everything I say. So in visceral language, I teach people how to do this so that we're not just streaming data, but we're conveying and embodying the message and the messenger through the way we tell the story.
Arthur, it's been so great having you here today, and you've been very generous with your time for our authors and presented at some of our forums, and we'd love to have you back in the coming years. But before we go today, I just wanted to ask, is there anything more you wanted to add for the viewers?
I recently released a new mastermind program, the first one I've ever created. It's a 4-part series, which I'm really thrilled with. The feedback on it is quite extraordinary. And then later this month, I'm releasing an audio series called A New Form of Mastery. And I'm just so thrilled to be able to do this work. I'd love people to tune in, because my vision from day one has been to change the world through voice. My goal has never changed either, which is to help all those I work with to achieve their own enlightenment and enjoy their own empowerment. So I encourage people to join me on the journey so that I can help this world be a better place, because we're all here together on this journey.
Where can people find more information on that?
Vocalawareness.com. Very simple. My website is also, and on that website there's a wonderful TEDx talk that people can review. There are Hall of Fame speeches, there are articles. There's a lot of information that you would find quite compelling.
Arthur, thank you so much for spending part of your day with us. So until next time, make it rain.